Hey guys, we had a great time at the Smoky Mountain Quilt Show and I want to show you all the goodies that we got. So hop on in and let's take a peek. Hey guys, welcome back to my sewing room. I'm Kelly and you found me here on PickinStitches and we got to go to the Smoky Mountain Quilt Show. There were a ton of great vendors. There were some beautiful, amazing quilts. If you want to see pictures of those, I have a shorts uploaded that you can go take a look at. I did not capture them all, but there were some really fun ones and you should take a peek. But this is a peek at all the stuff I bought while I was there. You know, part of going to a quilt show is getting a little bit of community, seeing some of the vendors that are out there. And some of the stuff I bought is for the sewing room and some of the stuff I bought is for me. Now, one thing we bought, because my daughter came with me, that I'm not going to be showing you guys, is we bought a ton of fudge. There was a fudge vendor there and she was my daughter was so excited. We had to leave with not one, not two, not three, 4 bars of fudge. Now we do have 6 people in the family and I think we've eaten maybe 1.5 of them thus far, but my kids really like a sweet treat and it was really fun and yummy. And so I will put a link to their website down in the description if you want to check them out. We really enjoyed it and they have a huge variety of flavors. So that's one thing I bought that I'm not going to be sharing with you guys, but I wanted to kind of just tell you about some of the things that we ended up with. Now, this bag is super cute and handy. This is by Classy Creations. Classy Creations is one of the vendors that was set up there, and with them, they have a variety of things. They have adjustable tables, they had cool kits for kids to do or for adults to do embellishments with, like adding the gems to. My daughter was kind of excited about that. Flamingos and hippopotamuses, and you bling them out by putting little diamonds all the way around. Not really my cup of tea, but she kind of thought it was cute. But what they had that really fascinated me were their rulers. And I ended up, I'm gonna move this out of the way for just a second. I ended up buying this kind of medium size one. I already have a lot of rulers, don't get me wrong, but what really caught my attention about their ruler is how grippy it is. So when you lay out your fabric normally and you go and you place your ruler on it, this ruler slides pretty easily on the fabric. But as soon as I put any weight on it at all, it is not, like, the fabric might move on this mat, because this mat, I like these white mats, they're pretty slick. That's why I brought both of them out for this video. Let's move that. So this is kind of a standard self-healing mat. This one is one of Lori Holt's. So when you get this on, it does slide around. It is a little bit harder to slide than like a Creative Grids ruler. It's thicker. Let's see. Let's see if I can measure the thickness. Yeah, so this is a 1/4 inch thick acrylic. So it is a little bit heavier. It is a little bit thicker. And when you go to slide it, you kind of have to be intentional about it. But once you put your weight on it, and I'm not putting a ton of weight, it is not going to move at all. So if I hold the mat still, because this mat wants to move, I'm not able to move that. So if you find that you're cutting and your ruler is sliding around, that's kind of the big selling point to me on this. I wasn't familiar with it, so I wanted to try it. And I ended up getting this one. It's 24 inches by 5. So the Creative Grids ruler in a similar size, I think, is a 6.5. So I thought this was a good addition, because if I'm cutting binding, then I can cut a 5-inch strip and then cut that in half as a 2.5-inch strip, because I almost always bind with 2.5-inch strips. So I'm really excited to try these. They had a ton of different rulers. They even had a set of kind of these square style rulers, but they all nested. So as far as storage goes, which we all struggle with in our sewing spaces, they all made a smaller footprint. And then as you could pick one up, because it nested, so basically it would be like the outer 2 inches of the ruler. As you picked it up, then you could use that ruler to fussy cut, because the center part was not hollow, hollow's the wrong word. The center part was the next size smaller. So you could just take that out and separate it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put a link in the description so you understand what I'm talking about. they looked really cool. They were kind of spendy. I wanted to see if I really liked these rulers first. So hopefully in a couple of months I can do a tutorial, or excuse me, a review on this product after I've used it a little bit more. But so far I've cut binding strip with it. I've cut a couple of quilts with it, and I've been pretty pleased. So that's CC Creations, and that's what we got from them. And they also had this really fun blingy bag. So for the rest of the quilt show, I was like, I should have stopped here first, because I was carrying around all of these big heavy things and I didn't have anywhere to put them. Okay, so I digress. Some of the other things that we got were more for us than for the quilting room. I found a vendor with some of the best clothing I have seen in a while. The quality is just stellar, and I really loved it. And you know, a couple weeks ago I posted that I was looking for some quilty shirts, and I got a couple from Missouri Star that I liked, but these are really amazing. This t-shirt is so soft, I could not leave it behind. I just couldn't. And they have some really fun, kind of a little bit more subtle designs, nice v-neck, but as soon as I touched this shirt at the quilt show, I was done. I was like, yep, you had me at hello. I'm definitely keeping that one. And then I saw this sweatshirt, and it's kind of a lighter weight. These are really great quality apparel. And sometimes when you buy quilty things, you get great quality, and sometimes you don't. So this is just a really light hoodie. So, you know, we're in Tennessee, it's not super cold, but a lot of times in the evening, if we're down in the basement watching TV, it gets a little chilly, and so I like having something with a little bit more oomph to it. So this says Peacemaker on it, which is kind of funny, because if you know me, I have 4 kids, and I am the peacemaker quite often in the sewing room and in the basement. And then the last shirt we got was one that my daughter really just had to have. Make Quilts. I think it's a good quality sweatshirt. It's a little bit heavier, so if you're looking at things on their website and you're curious about that, you know, you could always email them and ask. But this one is it's more of a standard weight sweatshirt. But again, super soft. The inside feels like a really quality sweatshirt. It doesn't feel like something I picked up at a local store that sells things for cheap that has big boxes. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to knock anybody. We all get things different places, and sometimes they're amazing, and sometimes we don't love the quality.
All right, and I got one other thing for me to wear. If you've watched many of my crazy shorts uploads, you know that we're out on the water a lot. We're either in the pool or in the lake, and so I wear a ton of hats. And I found the cutest hat there. I actually already posted a short about it because I had to wear it before I put it through this video. So it's just kind of me. It says Make Quilts, and it's a little bit rugged. It's kind of worn. I'm sure my grandmother's going to give me grief about buying something that's already a little bit worn out, but this is perfect for me. I love going outside and getting too much sun, so the protection from the sun is great. And when we're out on the lake and your hair gets all messed up, well, that's when I want a hat. So I found some really great things from this vendor, and I could not be more pleased with the quality of their products. So let's see what else we have.
As much. I also got one more thing for my sewing room as a decoration. And then the last thing I got was for my sewing room. I have a couple of decorative things, but not just a ton. Obviously, I have a ton of stuff here. Don't look there. But I found something that I thought was super cute, and don't fall over. I haven't even opened it up yet, but it just felt fun. It's a little bit eclectic. It's kind of got that antique-y feel. So these are some really old scissors. They don't even have the best movement because they are a little bit antique-y, but you can keep your twine on it, your scissors on it, and then it's just there and easy to cut. And I thought that was a really fun little set. Okay, so I'll get you guys some close-up pictures of that. All of these items, the clothing items and this, came from Patchwork Quilters Gifts. You can find that online. I'll put a link in the description. They've got some really fun stuff. They even had bracelets, other t-shirts. I feel like there were some really cute zipper bags that they had with fun sayings and whatnot on them. It was a really cute shop. The guys were great, and everything that I touched was really high quality, and I don't always feel that way, so I was excited to share that with you guys. Yeah, Patchwork Quilters Gifts. They're in North Fort Myers, Florida, so they made a long trip to get here to Knoxville to come see us. So definitely check them out. If you're down in Florida, I would go by in person because I bet they have some amazing stuff. And last but not least, you guys, you ever like walk past one of the booths and somebody like, you know, hey, come check this out, and you're like, that's not gonna be for me? That's what I did for these. And I was just trying to be friendly and nice, and I went on over, and as soon as I sat against this, I had a whole different experience. So there was a vendor there that had these pillows, right? Cute. Okay, we all need pillows. They fit on our couch or whatever. It's called Quilting Cushions, and when you sit against it or on it or whatever, as you put pressure on it, it starts to vibrate. Can you guys hear that? And I thought, oh, okay, it vibrates, fantastic. He's like, no, sit down, check it out. And I sat down, and I was like, life-changing. So silly. But it was in a softer back chair, and as soon as I sat back, it was incredibly relaxing. But what I didn't think about, and he suggested that I try, because this one was in a plastic bag, was put your feet on it. So if you ever have a long day and you just need to relax and you sit down on the couch and you have this little thing to set your feet on, it's so silly. But these are super cute. I was really glad I ran into that vendor when I did. He was running out of products because we were there the last day of the quilt show, and I picked up these two. I picked up this one for my room and this one for a gift for somebody else. And I could not be more pleased with these. So I will definitely throw a link in the description for you guys on this. That's everything I bought at the quilt show. We had a fun experience. They did a great job. The Smoky Mountain Quilt Guild put that on. They had a scavenger hunt for the kids, so my daughter could check off every quilt that we saw, and we really did get to see some amazing quilts. So if you want to see some of those, check out the short. I'll throw that link in the description for you too. And I can't wait until the next quilt show. Definitely going to have to check the next one's coming out. So if you enjoy watching these unboxing videos or some of my tutorials, it would absolutely help me out if you would like and subscribe. If you've got any other quilting friends that maybe need to check it out, let them know. That would be appreciated. And until then, I will see you guys next time. Hey guys, welcome to my sewing room. Wait, I'm not in my sewing room. We actually got to come to the Smoky Mountain Quilt Show today.